Hello, everyone. Kimberly Olson here, also known as the Goal Digger Girl. I think you've heard me say that several times today. But we're back for session number 4 of the 10X Your Productivity Workshop. Brand new information, brand new content, because we can see the struggle of the entrepreneurs in the online space. I mean, being online is crazy because of the notifications and the DMs and the reels and all the places. It's just a lot, right? And managing that on top of a family and a household and all the things can be overwhelming. And we identified that people wanted to build their businesses. We identified that people wanted to create wealth for their families and get this thing really going, but they were really struggling with finding time in their day. And so we realized that it came down to how they were setting their days up, people not understanding time blocking, productivity, being efficient. And, it's also a mindset thing. It's easy to say, like, Kimberly, you don't understand, right? You don't understand everything I have on my plate. But the truth is, I have seen people with just overwhelming odds stacked against them succeed. And we've all seen those success stories and they inspire us, but it's also an opportunity to look in the mirror and say, how can I apply this to myself? And how can I get out of my own way and make a change? So that way you don't feel like, Kimberly, you don't understand, right? Instead, you can say, Kimberly, I had a lot up against me and I still made it happen. And I am so excited about that and the future that is to come. Life is too short. Let's make the most of the time that we have and let's get some traction in our businesses and get some results, right? So welcome back to session 4. If you've been following along live with us, great job. If you're watching replay, awesome. Really happy to have you. And we're going to do a giveaway, one last giveaway for those that have been following along live with us. All you had to do is share on social media that we're having this workshop. At some point today, you get entered into the drawing. You can put me below if you didn't get picked previously today, or if you just shared, that's cool too. Okay. So put me in the comments if you shared in your stories, did a post, put it on Instagram, shared it in a Facebook group, shared it with a friend, tag a friend, by the way, let them know you're here. Okay. Yeah. If you shared it, just put it in the comments. Okay. All right. We're going to draw a winner. So the first one is Becoming a Money Boss. Okay. I wrote this book because I wanted to teach people how I went from 6 figures of debt to being able to be a multimillionaire. And all the principles are right in this book. So this could help a lot of you out. So this is going to go to Shelly Ryman. Congratulations, Shelly. Just email us at thegoaldiggergirl@gmail.com. If you already have that book, you can gift it or we can give it to somebody else, or you can pick something else. You know what I'm trying to say. The next winner is Marianne Moore. She gets The Goal Digger. This is my first business book I wrote. So if you're like, okay, what did you do when you had no social following? How did you get started? That's what this book is. Okay. Congratulations, Mary Ann. That's awesome. And our final winner is Amanda Robertson. Congratulations, Amanda. You get the book Why Balance is BS, number one international bestseller, The Real Mompreneur Roadmap to Getting Everything You Want in Life. Okay, so grab that book. That's for you. Just shoot us an email at thegoaldiggergirl@gmail.com. We'll get that book in the mail for you. So let's jump in. So last chance, this is it. It's the last time you're going to see me before VIP. Last chance. We had a lot of VIP registrations. I think we've had more for this productivity workshop than any other VIP sessions we've ever done. So I know you guys are really excited about the content. So just put VIP in the comments if you didn't get that yet. So we're going to do VIP on Friday from 11 to 1. If you can't make it Central, if you can't make it live, you will get the replays. For VIP, and on Friday, it's going to be the AI Advantage. I'm going to show you how to use AI to plan out all your content. Can I get an amen? You go to do that reel and you're like, I don't know what to say. Which hashtag should I use, right? You need an actual strategy, okay? So the AI Advantage is on Friday. Put VIP in the comments and you'll get that. With VIP, you also get the book Why Balance is BS on audio. And you also get a new productivity playbook, ebook that we put together. And we'll do a guide for the AI Advantage to help you out as well. And replays, access to life to the replays. Let's be serious. I told you this was going to be like a weekend's worth of content. It is. You got to go back and watch it. We all know it. So just do a VIP, okay? And then also our program is open right now. Brand new 6-month group coaching program, the Millionaire Mindset Experience. This is a 6-month group coaching program where not only are you going to learn how to master your mindset, get aligned with the wealth frequency, overcome the limiting beliefs and self-sabotage, but you're also going to learn marketing, sales, making money online, And we're going to use a method that has allowed me to integrate really fast. I quantum leap all the time. It's because I know how to integrate really fast. It's $27, Cynthia. Is on Instagram, Cynthia_Travis_1, $27. I know, it should be a lot more. And what we're going to do is we're going to learn the module. And then the next week, we're going to focus on the integration, the implementation, the embodiment of what you're learning. And we're actually going to guide you through that. Okay. So life-changing. Okay. So just put boss in the comments, or if you're on Instagram, you can DM us or click the Stan Store. We'll get it in there eventually if we don't have it on there. If you're somewhere else, just DM us. You can always email us at thegoaldiggergirl@gmail.com. All right. Put boss in the comments if you haven't enrolled yet. Welcome to our new students of the Millionaire Mindset Experience. We've had like a dozen of you enroll already. This is going to be such a powerful crew. Okay. You guys are going to elevate together. Okay. You're going to elevate together. You guys are going to literally calibrate to a new level of success together. I mean, it is going to change everything for you. So welcome to everyone who is new. We're so excited to have you. We'll get you all the things and get you integrated into the program and onboarded. Everything kicks off Tuesday, October 3rd. I think it's 11 a.m. Central. And those will be every week. Okay, those Zoom sessions. All you have to do is enroll before we kick off to get all the bonuses. And I'll touch on those at the end if we have time. Okay, let's jump in. Session 4, mastering the skills of achievement. We want to master the skills of achievement. Like, how do you become a boss? How do you get more done? How do you actually like really level up? This is what I did to conquer productivity, because without conquering productivity, you can have the best mindset, right? Like, I'm amazing, but you're actually not doing anything to move you closer to your goals, right? So we need the mindset, but we also need to take action. That's going to come into this framework here of conquering productivity. Okay. Number 1, this is such a good strategy. I've been doing this for a while. It works. Eat that frog. Number 1, eat that frog. Don't worry, you don't have to actually eat real frogs. I didn't like that. I refused in science class. I was I didn't like rules, if you guys haven't noticed. They're like, you have to like dissect this frog. I'm like, I'm not. I didn't want to do it. Poor little frog. But anyways, you're not going to eat the frog, okay? So there's a book by Brian Tracy. I had an opportunity to hear him speak. He's a legend when it comes to just getting it done. Like he all of his books are good. So it's called Eat That Frog. That's funny. I wonder if that's like a personality type. You refuse to go along with the rules at school and not dissect the frogs. So with Eat That Frog, what the concept is when you start your day, so you're at your desk and it's time to go to work, right? You're like, I got to get it done. You actually do the thing that you don't want to do first. And it works so well. So what I do, I have a little game I like to play with myself. Let's say you want to learn something new. It feels good to learn, right? That's really, really high on the emotional guidance scale, which you guys are going to learn in the program. It's one of the first things I cover. Can change your mind. I learned it from Abraham Hicks, but changed it because I like to change everything to what I think. Anyways, at the top of the emotional guidance scale, where we're vibing really high, is knowledge, actually. That's why you feel really good. Of course, hang in with me, but it feels good to learn. Okay. A lot of you want to do the AI Advantage because you want to learn how to use it, right? It feels really good. So what I do is when I'm in that, like, I want to learn something because I learn stuff every day. I tell myself, before you do that, you need to go do XYZ. It's going to be something on my list that I'm putting off. Okay. So it's the procrastination. It's the thing you're putting off. Remember the quadrant we covered in the last session? And there's the not urgent, but important. That is often the frog you need to eat. So maybe there is a workshop you want to put together like this in your Facebook group. You're like, I need to put something together that I can like promote and get people to, and you just keep putting it off. That's Eat That Frog. Okay. So a way to conquer productivity is the first thing. It's like ripping off the Band-Aid. What's the first thing I'm going to do today to tackle something that I've been putting off? It feels so good when you get it done. It's like going to those annual checkups and different things. You're like, feels so good when you go, because you're like, why did I put that off? Like, it just is not a big deal, right? We make it a big deal in our head. Do you know, I heard this somewhere and it really stuck with me. Let's say it takes you 10 minutes. Let's say it takes you 10 minutes to call the dentist to book an appointment. Okay. So 10 minutes, right? That's not that much time, right? You guys could have done that on break, 10 minutes. How much time did it really take? What I mean by that is, how often had you thought about calling the dentist? Oh my gosh, probably an hour or 2 hours. All the times you're like, oh, I gotta go to the dentist. I gotta go to the dentist. I gotta go to the dentist, right? So we want to conquer productivity by eating the frog, calling the dentist. So it's just 10 minutes. We just freed up 50 minutes of mental torture. Okay. And we could use that 50 minutes to go to the quadrant of not urgent, but important and get some stuff done. Yep, Tracy, too long. You're so right. Okay. Eat that frog. Yeah, paying off the bills. Exactly. Number 2 is delegate. Especially women and moms, especially if you're a mama, you suck at delegating. You totally suck. Okay. And I say that lovingly. You're really not good at it because you're like, oh, it's either say me if this is you. You either don't want to bother them, you feel guilty, or you're like, they can't do it as good as me. That's my husband. He's like very meticulous. Like, I love how meticulous he is because he keeps our home like looking very clean and organized. I'm sure he's like, oh, I'd rather do it than her, right? Control freak. Yeah. Control, actually, when we did the Wealth Mastery series last time, Amy, we did talk about that. Control is actually identified in self-sabotage. So for those of you that feel, and also looking back, there's a limiting belief there that you're not safe. It's usually from childhood. I'm speaking in generalities, obviously, not a therapist, but just with the work that I've done with others. So that can be a good opportunity to self-coach and lead yourself to say, okay. And I just heard this at a conference. This girl said, somebody else can do it like 70% as good as you, delegate it. Because what happens is it frees you up to focus on the things in the not urgent, but important quadrant. And that's going to move your business forward. That's going to make you happier and feel joyful, spending time in the things that you love to do. So there are a lot of things that you can do. There's probably a lot of things that you're good at, but do you really need to be doing those? So I want you to think of the things on your list that either you don't love, let's delegate them, or that you know you can do, but it's not your zone of genius. It's not your passion. It's not something that lights you up. It's not what you need to be doing. So have a tough conversation with yourself, okay? Delegate. And you're going to delegate within the home. You're going to ask your partner for help if you have a partner. You're going to ask your kids to help out, okay? All the time. Yesterday, I've been out of town for like days. I've been out. I just haven't been home at all. And so yesterday, I finally went through the mail and the boxes, and I had all this stuff in my office, and Addison wasn't doing anything. I said, hey, can you take that out to the trash? And she was like, sure. And I see her, she goes all the way to the end of the driveway because it's trash day. I'm like, yeah. I mean, how many of us would be like, oh no, I couldn't ask my kids to help pick up my trash? Yes, you can. If they can move around, they have, they can walk around or whatever, they can help out. Okay. So our pastor always said that as soon as his kids were old enough to like toddle along, they could start helping out. Okay. So we're going to delegate or get a VA if you have a business. Number three way to conquer productivity is to remind yourself why. Remind yourself why you're doing this. Why is this important to you? Your why should make you cry. You all heard that. But the truth is, if you aren't clear on your why, if you aren't clear on why you're doing this, if you aren't clear why there is even this desire in you, this drive, the impact you're going to make, you're going to get distracted. You're going to get you're going to become inconsistent. You're going to procrastinate. You're going to self-sabotage because your why isn't bigger. You're not reminding yourself of your why. Okay. So I took Bob Proctor's program. I studied under him forever. And I did one of his programs, and he talked about, and I think actually I've also studied under Jack Canfield, and he calls it, I think, your chief aim or core aim or something like that. Jack Canfield talks about it, and so does Bob Proctor. And they say right on, he said like an index card to show you how old the training was, but hey, it could still work. But maybe it could be your screensaver, is to write down your core aim, your chief objective. Like, what are we working on right now, guys? For you, it might be to get my family out of debt and change my family tree. It could be to be able to build a business online so I can be home with my kids. Basically, fire your boss and quit your job, right? What's like the chief aim? What's the goal here? And I would make it business oriented, linking it to family. And remind yourself of your why, like every day. If you're not like reminding yourself every day of your why, you're going to forget, you're going to get distracted, and before you know it, you've stopped. And then one day you're like, you feel that urge and that desire, and you're like, oh, I'm going to go after this. And it's that stop, go, which kills your momentum. And we don't want to do that. Okay. So remind yourself of your why. Number 4 is develop discipline brick by brick. Discipline is developed brick by brick. And people don't know this. So they see people like me or others in your world that seem like on it, they have it together, like they're really just seem like productive people. It is built brick by brick by brick. So I'll give you an example. During the pandemic, because the girls were home for 6 months, and at the time, Addison was 5. So 3 and 5. They were 3 and 5 when, everything shut down. And we had, it was just a whole thing. Had to finish up school. Remember? I don't even know what I was thinking. So eventually I had somebody help Addison finish kindergarten because it was not successful in our home. But the way my day is from when I woke up, let's say 9:30, 10, there was hours of doing schoolwork, being with the kids. Then I would, be able to work a little bit when my husband, he had to work too, right? We're both home. He'd help out, whatever. I would go do some trainings, all the things. I was staying up till 2 or 3 in the morning. Yeah. For like that first 6 months. I don't even know how I got through. But what I did is I would sleep in till 10. Okay. So this was just a horrible pattern, but also I was just doing the best I could. Right. Well, over time, as the world opened up, they went back to school. I shifted to going to bed 1 a.m. Right. And have any of you gotten any late night texts from me or messages? Because I'm like, okay, I got to clean up I got to go through Messenger before I go to bed. Right. Because I get it done. I'm committed. I will show up every single day. And one day I was like, I don't like this schedule. I want to get up early with the kids on the bus and I want to stay up. I don't want to go back to sleep. Right. And I was like, how do I do that? I was like, okay, I need to start going to bed earlier. So then it was like, okay, I'm going to get to bed before midnight. And I would be like, sometimes it'd be 12:30. I'm like, I was like, okay, I can do it. I just kept cheering myself on. And then it was always in bed before midnight. I was like, okay, I'm going to bed the same time or in the same day. Right. And then one day I was like, okay, if I need to get up at that time, maybe if I go to bed by 11, right? And then I worked it all the way till now. I got them on the bus I got up at 6 today, got them on the bus, and then I went for a walk, and then I got ready. I handled some client Voxers, took care of my team, got ready for the workshop, and here we are. That did not happen overnight. I mean, that's years of bad habits, right? Years of me not being happy about that schedule. It can be anything, guys. It can be starting to take walks around your neighborhood. It could be running. It's brick by brick by brick. Say to yourself, I'm going to run to the mailbox today. Go run to the mailbox. Give yourself a high five. The next day, you're like, I'm going to run to the tree one house over. It's brick by brick by brick. Talk to anybody who helps people develop new habits. It's brick by brick by brick, okay? Number 5 is daily mental focus training. Write that down. Daily mental focus training. Say that 10 times fast. So every day, I want you to do training on mental focus. WTF, what the focus? We have to learn how to focus. A lot of entrepreneurs struggle with focus, and maybe it's clinically diagnosed like ADD or ADHD, which are different, or you just feel like you have a very active mind or you have a hard time focusing on things. Okay, I actually notice it very strongly in entrepreneurs. I suspect it's because our brains are wired different and we're very creative, which also feels like a pinball machine sometimes, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to do daily mental focus training. Every day, we're going to do something to develop that muscle of focus. So examples are meditation. Research has shown 2 weeks of daily meditation for at least 10 minutes. After the 2 weeks, the participants were studied and they found that they had the ability to focus was longer, they had better well-being, and they improved their neurotransmitters. So your neurotransmitters is how your brain cells communicate. They increased, they were stronger, they were able to communicate faster, process information faster, but not feel overwhelmed by that. Isn't that powerful? Once a day, 10 minutes a day. Yeah, the Headspace, I think it is. That's a good app. There's other ones. Like I said, for enrolling in our programs, I have a whole series for you. You can do mine. Meditation, visualizations. That's powerful. If you can sit down, close your eyes, and visualize what you want to attract in your life. Everything is created twice, once in your mind and then second in reality. The more time you spend closing your eyes, visualizing it, feeling it, and we'll do this work in the program together, you will be it. Okay. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference. So give it a clear picture of what you want in your life. Okay. So the daily mental focus, it can be sitting down without electronics and looking at nature. I don't know where y'all live, but in Texas, I'm in Austin. It's like 80s. So for us, it's like cooling off. Yeah. So it's nice to sit outside, and wherever you are, maybe it's inside looking out the window if it's cold, but just sitting and looking at nature, or just being. Okay. Just sitting and being. Number one was eat that frog. Yeah. So we're gonna develop daily mental focus, meditations, journaling. It's just focusing. Okay. Guard your time with your life. So like we said, let's imagine, we said 1 year, but let's imagine it's the last week on earth. Now, if it's your last week on earth, you're like, I'm going to go skydiving and do other things. But what would be on your schedule? If you've got just 1 week, what would that schedule look like? Okay. It's probably a lot of things that you've been spending time on would not be on the list, right? Again, don't respond to everybody else's to-dos. Don't let other people dictate how you're spending your time. You choose. Okay. I don't answer phone calls that come through unless it's the school or my husband. I don't just hop on a call. Everything's scheduled out. I'll have friends who are like, oh, can I come crash for the weekend? And I'm like, no. And I'm not doing that to be mean. I'm doing it because I value my time so much that I already have decided what that time is for. Now, yeah, I can be flexible and change things, but you are a time snob a little bit. I choose what's on my calendar. I choose how I spend my time. People respect that. Okay. If you are having people no show you for calls, you have people who are flaky with your time, you're not commanding that respect, and you really need to work on that posture. Okay. So stop saying yes to everybody. What you can start saying is, let me get back to you. Okay. And then you can just get back to people and say, hey, I just wanted to circle back. I'm not going to be able to make that work. You don't have to tell them why. You don't have to tell them how. You don't have to say, oh, bud, I'll come over and mow your lawn. No. Thank you for inviting me. I'm not going to be able to make that work. That's it. Okay. You want to reduce phone calls. You want to reduce Zoom meetings. Okay. What I mean by that is you don't want to have meetings just to have meetings, or people calling you and rambling about how much they don't like their life for 45 minutes. Like, that is not helpful for anybody. Okay. So if you're meeting with people, get an agenda before. What are you guys meeting on? Why are we getting on? Teach people to send you voice memos instead of calling you. If you're getting a lot of voice memos, and by the way, I love you guys, but don't send me a voice memo that's super long. It like gives me anxiety when I see it. I'm like, I don't know what's in that voice memo, and I cannot listen to that right now. Type it out. Teach people to type it out. You do that with your clients and your team as well. If you have something, you got to talk it through. That should be reserved for obviously one-to-one client communication. Type it out. When you're around people who are busy, be respectful and type things out as much as possible, because they can look and respond. Same with you. If you have a big team or a lot of clients, teach them. I definitely want to get back to you. So if you can type it out, you know what happens? For those of you that go on and on and on, when you type things out, it forces you to be concise. I've had people where they've left me like 10 minutes. I'm like, yeah, I want to listen to that and I can't. Can you type it out? I'm not even kidding. It's like one sentence. Yeah, I just had a question on this one thing. I'm like, okay. So you might have to do some self-coaching for yourself there, but teach people around you to do the same. Okay. And then be hyper-focused on the one thing in front of you. What you want to do is you want to turn your phone on airplane mode. If you are in creation mode, so you are making a graphic in Canva, you are doing, planning out a workshop you're going to do, you're working on an email, landing pages, anything techie, you're going to want to have your phone on airplane mode, because what will happen is you're in it, your phone will ping and you will want to ditch the project because this is easier to respond to a DM. No. We're going to stay in not urgent, important quadrant. That is how you're so funny. It's like, that is how you're going to make your money and grow your business and change your life, is when you spend time in the not urgent, but important category. Be hyper-focused. If you're live or doing things like that, do not disturb. Jessica just taught me that today, which has been great because I haven't had anything popping up. Setting alarms. Another good thing you can do is, if you're doing something that's not fun, so maybe you're doing some reach outs to friend request people, or DMing new friend requests or new followers, and you want to strike up a conversation, just to, obviously share what you do and see what they do. And you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. Set a timer for maybe 15 minutes or maybe 30 and say, this is all I'm doing for the 15 minutes, and watch and see how productive you can be. But it's the one thing. When you focus on the one thing, multitasking is actually a myth. We can't do two things at once. Okay. So this is why, my husband is very productive when it's like the weekend, he has his list. He goes from one thing down to the bottom. He gets it all done every single time. It blows my mind. And I'm like, oh, here's my, all my sticky notes. So he has that linear brain. Do this, then this. Women, for some reason, and this is stereotypical, obviously, but generally speaking, we're like, oh yeah, here, I'm just going to read this book and knit a sweater. And you're like on speakerphone with your mom, right? It's like crazy. You're not getting anything done. You're not productive. And it really splits your brain. It causes a lot of mental fatigue. Mental energy is such an asset. Mental energy is such an asset. For those of you that it's the end of the day and you're exhausted and you can't even fathom working on your business, it's because you've depleted yourself mentally with all the decisions you're making and just the scatter. So the more you can simplify and not multitask and just do the task at hand, that's going to change everything for you as well. Okay. Just be really, really hyper-focused. As it says in here, our life is ultimately determined by our choices, right? Choose wisely. Choose wisely. So your key action step is to choose one proactive approach to conquering procrastination and find an accountability partner to share with. That's fun. So you could basically, you can find somebody in this community to share with, but in the comments, I want you guys to share, what are you going to choose out of the 5 I gave you? Which one are you going to really focus on to move the needle? Okay. So as we wrap up, I want to go over this one more time. If you guys didn't see it earlier, this program's open till Tuesday. It's the Millionaire Mindset Experience. It's a 6-month group coaching program. All of our other programs are 12 months, and the minimal investment is $7,000 to $10,000 up to $35,000. So, and those are phenomenal programs, and some of you are in those programs. Obviously, the higher investment level, the more access, the more hands-on, the more involved, right? And we also knew that there's a lot of you in our community that wanted to maybe come back into our community or weren't ready for those programs. This is a really, really great spot for you. It's a 6-month group coaching program called the Millionaire Mindset Experience. In this program, we're really going to teach you how to attract wealth into your life, but not just mindset. It's not mindset, meditation, and manifestation, and that's it, right? Like, I'm very tactical. I'm strategy. That's my thing. I know the market. I know social media. I know business. You're going to learn all that too. Okay. So it's a 6-month program. There's 12 modules covering mindset, marketing, and making money. Just put boss in the comments if you want to see the different modules. Just put boss. You're going to get weekly Zoom sessions with me. You're going to get a workbook, private Facebook group, and chat. Every other week, we're going to use the Zoom for an embodiment session to realign. So we're actually going to integrate. We are going to embody, and we're going to really align you with what we're learning so you can really make it a part of your life instead of just watching trainings. Nobody got time for that, okay? And you'll get a gorgeous Trello board to track your progress as well. And then each module will have a very short video that we'll go through, and we'll be just expanding upon that Q&A, all the things in the Zoom sessions. So everything's bite-sized. So if you're really busy, you'll have time to easily go through the video tutorials and keep yourself on track, okay? So what we do in these programs is we teach how to do it very concisely, to the point, in a way that you can quickly implement. That's what we're known for. Ask anybody who's been in our programs. And then what we do is we are going to make sure that you're implementing it, that it's actually happening, that you are calibrating to this newer version of yourself, okay? Your outward is a reflection of your inward. So right now, if what you see on the outside is not what you want, you've got to change the inside. It's you. It's not your circumstances or your job or your husband or the economy. It's not. It's you, okay? So when you can own that and step into that, you're going to be off and running, okay? So this is what we're going to do for you guys. Everybody who enrolls between now and Tuesday, we're going to give these bonuses to you. Scale and Social, if you bought lifetime access, if you already have lifetime Scale and Social, you can gift that. You can do a giveaway on your wall. Oh my gosh, comment on my wall, share my stuff, and you can win this. Like, you can give it away, okay? Scale and Social, a full membership vault for those of you that do the program. You are going to get Scale and Social. There are hundreds of workshops, webinars, bonus trainings, masterclasses. I have stuff in there on Pinterest, LinkedIn. I have stuff on there making a podcast, writing your first book. I have stuff on there on automation, money mindset, Black Friday. There's a whole entire Black Friday sales training in there. There's stuff on there with leadership, recruiting, attraction marketing, Facebook groups. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how much stuff is in there. And then I also have a lot of experts in there. So there's additional trainings on different things that maybe I can't train on, like taxes, for example. Okay, so you're going to get that plus the signature course in there is called Scale on Social. You can start going through that now. Okay. There's also a 12-part mindset recalibration audio series. And I'm really proud of this because I wanted to put something together for you where you heard me speaking into your ear, which is close to your brain, obviously, in your subconscious. Audio, it really, really imprints for people. And I wanted you to hear me telling you something different about yourself so we can start getting you to believe it. And there's something when it's like your coach, your mentor telling you, like it just feels so powerful, right? So you'll get a 12-part series of meditations, affirmations, guided visualizations. In the program, we're going to have you do those twice a day. Okay, they're 5 minutes. 0 to 5K in 30 days boot camp. So for those of you that want to like get a jump start, video marketing is the fastest way to either launch or relaunch a brand or get something going on social media. So you're going to get that. And then lifetime access to the back office. So that way you're not rushed or stressed out with the time frame for the program. All good. We've got you covered. You'll have lifetime access to that. I know it is amazing, Jennifer. So y'all can just put boss in the comments. And I do want to invite you to reach out to me. Shoot me a DM. I am in Messenger jail. I have been for days and days and days because my algorithm's so whacked right now. If any of you have that happening, I'm seeing posts from people from like 11 days ago. Like something's not right with the algorithm right now. You're not alone. Some of you, it's probably popping off and you're like, this is awesome. Just know this does happen usually 2 to 3 times a year. It's so messed up. Just stay the course. Keep posting. Don't worry about it. It'll write itself out. Okay. So right now my algorithm. So if you guys want to go say hello on my personal profile on Facebook, that'd be great. But with that being said, I've been in Messenger jail forever. So shoot me a message so I can converse with you and just say, hey, Kimberly, I would love for you guys to do that. Just shoot me a message and say, hey, Kimberly, I did your 10X productivity workshop. Loved today. And just share with me your favorite takeaway. I'd love to hear from you guys on that. If you're looking at the program, we can chat a little bit about that as well. But your time is now. There is a reason that you're watching this right now. There is a reason of all the things. I see all the stuff on social. There's a million people doing master classes and coaching and all the things. And we really pride ourselves on being one of the very best coaching companies in the world. What we deliver is white glove service. It's world-class. We go all in for what we give. I have the experience. I have the team behind me. So shout out to Team Gold Digger behind the scenes. We have taken so many that have come in with no business, no success on the struggle bus and help them transform. The key is we've helped them. We can't do it for them. We can't do it for you. But if you're all in, you'll meet us halfway. We will absolutely help you really, really tap into what you want to create. But if you don't hook arms and grab onto the coattails, how are you going to learn this stuff, right? You can't just wish your way into it. You actually have to have like a real plan. We have the plan for you. And we would love for you to come into this program. Come, let us teach you the ways, right? And help you really, really and develop a millionaire mindset experience. Okay. So love to have you guys on. Again, welcome new members. We're so excited to have you. So for everyone else, I hope that you guys jump in. We'll have the VIP session on Friday. It's on Zoom. So the Zoom link is in your back office. It'll be emailed to you as well if it hasn't. Where do you sign up for the program? Just click the link. We'll drop it right now. And it's $347 a month for 6 months or $18.97 if you pay in full. And yeah, like I said, I have a guarantee on it. If you're not making more money or notice a difference with your mindset and everything I said, then you just say, hey, it wasn't what she said. I want my money back. 0 of you will say that, but I'm throwing it out there just in case. Okay. That's how confident I am in your success. Okay. So the team will drop the link for you. Just put that below. If not, Jessica E. Byers, DM me and I'll get it to you. So great job today, you guys. We're going to have VIP on Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central, the AI Advantage. But check out the other goodies in your back office. I don't want you guys to miss that. And you guys did such a great day. Oh, can you guys tell me in the comments, how did you like the format? So for the last year, what would you guys say? Year and a half, we have been doing A few times a year we do these, and we've been doing them over a course of 3 days, usually an hour of teaching, and then we'll do VIP Zoom for an hour over 3 days, and we'll usually do like a bonus training. How did you guys like the format of this, of having it all in one day with the 4 hours? Let me know. I'm going to look at the comments really quick. Oh, thanks, Allison. Perfect. You missed the giveaway. You did miss the giveaway, but that's okay. Everybody's a winner here in our book. Okay. So, and you can buy any of our stuff. All of our books, except for the Fit Kim Lifestyle, which I didn't even raffle that off. That's in our Shopify. All of the books are on Amazon. If you type in Kimberly Olson books, they'll come up. So you can just grab those on Amazon. Okay. But we do have a Shopify where you can get the devotionals and you can get the journal. All proceeds go to our nonprofit Elephant Sisters, where we support women in our communities and their families. So you'd be doing a good thing by checking out the shop. And we also have swag in there as well, which you can get. Okay. So you guys did like it. Mark it out in one day. Love the format. Love it. Okay. Getting on late. Yep. No worries. Okay, cool. Awesome. Oh, good. That makes my heart so happy. I'm so glad. Okay. I really liked it too. It was just a really, like you said, just kind of carve out this space, dive into the topic. I love that so much. That's great. Okay, cool. And those of you that do VIP, if you don't mind, just kind of notice what the experience is like for you. Did you like that format? That Friday is going to be more teaching. It's not going to be very much I'll do Q&A for AI, but like as far as productivity and the different action items, let me know how it goes for you to implement some of this on your own, because usually we do homework each day. So we don't have that piece. So let me know. Maybe we can tie that in some way, because of course we'll do another one at some point. I don't know when, but we will. We're always looking to sharpen the saw and change things up a little bit. Plus I just to keep myself engaged, I like to change things up too and try different things and challenge myself and the team, which they just absolutely love. Okay. So great. Good job, guys. Again, put VIP in the comments if you want to jump into VIP. Put boss in the comments if you're just like, what's going on right now? You can jump in. We still have our program open now. So put that in the comments and we can connect with you on that. Great job today. You guys did such an awesome job. I had such a great time with you. Like, honestly, this was so much fun. I loved it. And I love seeing your energy and your hearts. And thank you for spending your time with me. Thank you for Team Goal Digger to allow me to come in and do what I love to do. And for showing up, you guys. Like, I know there's a lot of things pulling at your attention, and I don't take that lightly. So thank you for being here with us today. Okay. So great job, guys. If you're in VIP, I'll see you Friday at 11 a.m. Central. All right, guys. See you soon. My company is called The Goal Digger Girl, and we serve female entrepreneurs, teaching them how to use social media. So simple systems, online strategies, and sales and marketing. So really anyone who wants to be able to take their brick and mortar online, or maybe scale their business, monetize their personal brand, we teach them exactly how to do it through social media. For me personally, I was a selfish reason to come onto social. I was flying all over the country. I was doing weekend events. I was missing my kids. I just was missing all the things. And I thought, gosh, if I could do this from my cell phone, that's going to allow me to have that time freedom. So that's why I got on. But when I started having these different niches, different industries of women coming, I realized anybody can sell on social. Anyone can build a business. As we've seen, we really don't know what the future looks like. So being able to pivot and take your maybe brick and mortar offline and add an online dimension can be so powerful for anyone. The ultimate mission is to allow women to own their voice, own their worth, and know that they can make a difference. If we can ignite a fire in others, then they're going to show up differently. They're going to show up as a different wife, a different mom. And that starts to impart that, change in a community. And with social media, I mean, you literally can impact people all around the world. So what kind of gets me out of bed in the morning and keeps me up late at night is this drive that I have to ignite the fire in others, to inspire change, lasting change for themselves, their families, their communities, and eventually, I really think we can change the world. For those that are wanting to know more about what we do and how they can get into our community, head to our website, thegoaldiggergirl.com, and you're going to see a spot to enroll into our free community and come hang out with us. We have content. I do brand new trainings in there every single week. We have guest trainers. And then follow me anywhere on social for new content. I am literally on every platform. You can find me at The Goal Digger Girl on Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter, wherever you're hanging out. I'd love to connect with you. Definitely shoot me a DM and say hello.